Hello and welcome back to my nail corner. So on my ring finger there I have some builder gel that has been there for a couple of weeks now just to kind of grow out a nail that was broken. I put a little extension on it just to kind of bring it along to the length of my other nails, and now we are pretty even across the board. So today we are going to soak off using the Baggie method, and this is how I would start. So my 4 other nails have a couple layers of dip powder on them. This would have been my last upload, that application. So you actually know I probably have like 4 or 5 dips, full dips of dip powder on those, and a gel top coat. So I am going in with my e-file. This is a carbide bit that is probably like a medium to a coarse bit. It's a safety bit, so it's got that nice rounded tip to just kind of protect me from nicking my cuticles too much. And as you can tell, it can be a little awkward to use your e-file on your dominant hand. So I am right-handed, so right now I'm using my non-dominant hand. This is probably at about, I'd say 6,000 to 7,000 RPMs on my e-file speed, but go with whatever you're comfortable at. You should be letting the e-file do the work for you. You shouldn't have to put a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't have to press down with your e-file. It should just kind of, like I said, do the work for you. But definitely make sure it's a speed that you're comfortable at so you're not nicking your skin, because that's not fun. That's painful. And then you're going to go in with things like activator, and that's going to sting like badly. So really you just want to break through that top coat, especially if you're using a gel top coat. Just get as much of that off as you can, because a gel top coat is acetone resistant. So these first 2 nails I'm doing in real time, and then I'll speed up a little bit for the last couple, just because it gets repetitive. But like I said, dip top coat, you know, you still want to break that seal, get like the shine off of the top coat, but especially with gel, I would recommend just trying to get through that top coat as best as you can before you go into your soak off. So if you remember, during this application, I put like a thin strip about 3/4 of the way down the center of my nail of peel base. Now, I've mentioned before, and I'll just mention again so that you guys, you know, if you haven't heard me say this, then you're probably not subscribed, so consider subscribing. But when you do a method like that with a little stripe of peel base, don't look for, 2 to 3 weeks out of your mani. That is going to eventually lift in the center of your nail and then, lead to lifting elsewhere. But if you're looking to get like a week out of a mani and still soak off your dip powder, but maybe speed up that process a little bit, then I find the peel base to help, because especially on a glitter nail, and you'll see during the soak off that glitter nail on my pinky is the one that takes the longest. It's also kind of the hardest. I'll explain in a minute why I'm saying that. The hardest to kind of get the dip powder off of, but because it's my pinky and I'm trying to rub the acetone onto it, that's not going to make sense until you watch. But anyway, glitter tends to just hold on more. So a couple things. A peel base, strip down the middle of your nail will help that during soak off. I also think that if you put a layer of clear down under a glitter, that kind of helps. I'm not sure. I think it's just because the glitter itself wants to hold onto your nail. So if it has a barrier like clear dip powder, then that helps a bit. So now we've gotten through the top coat, and I'm going to get into my soak off supplies. So I'm just going to take a small piece of paper towel, and that's going to go in the bag. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to get a Ziploc bag. I just use like a quart size Ziploc. And then I have this silicone measuring cup. It's just kind of flexible and I like it. So that's what I'm using. And then I have the Revel non-whitening acetone. Before I got this, I used Awfully Fast, which I really like because it's got like moisturizer in it. So that's a really nice option if you don't have the Revel stuff. You can just use straight up acetone, like Onyx brand or whatever from Walmart. You just want to pour a little bit in the bottom of the bag, just like that. And then you're going to need hot water. So because I'm upstairs away from, my microwave or whatever, I put mine in just like a thermos, and that's what you're going to see me pour into this. So it's just hot water. You want it hot, like pretty darn warm, if it cools off, it's not going to heat your acetone, but you know, don't burn yourself. So if you put your hand in the acetone and it starts to heat up and it's too hot for your fingers, then, you know, pull the baggie out and let it cool down a little bit. I don't want you to hurt yourself, but you know, as hot as you can handle, that does speed up the process. Do not, I repeat, do not put acetone in your microwave, you guys. In case it needed to be said, I said it here. So acetone and a paper towel in a plastic bag, and then pop your hand in there and just start kind of rubbing your fingers around on that paper towel. I set a stopwatch and this took me about 5 minutes. I didn't show the exact time on camera. I don't know why. I just lost track, I guess. Or I don't think I did. Anyway, so I'm going to speed this up, but I'm leaving it all in there. So you'll see at one point I'll pop my hand out and use my cuticle pusher, just kind of scrape away a little bit of excess or kind of check the status of things and then pop it back in there. But I'm literally just rubbing my fingers around on that paper towel. And like I said, the acetone will heat up because the water's hot, but you don't want any hot water in your bag of acetone. So just make sure you don't have any holes or that your bag's big enough that the open end isn't getting water into it, because that will dilute your acetone. And as I was saying, you need 100% acetone. You can add what's it called? Coconut oil to your acetone to just give like some hydration, which is actually really nice, because then when you pull your hand out, it's not all like dry and whatnot. Regular acetone will leave your fingers like just kind of like that white residue all over. This Rebel stuff is non-whitening acetone. I'm not a chemist. I don't have any idea what makes the difference, but this doesn't leave like that white residue on your hands. So I like it. It works great for me. I also, like I said, do like the awfully fast stuff. So anything that you use to soak off, if it does have like a moisturizer in it or a coconut oil or whatever the case may be, you do want to consider that when you're going straight into a new application. So for instance, if I was finishing my soak off and using something with moisturizer, and then I was planning to go right into another dip application, I would really make sure to wash my hands thoroughly and use like a degreasing dish soap, like the Dawn Blue dish soap. And also I would probably wipe off my nails with alcohol, and then maybe even use a dehydrator if that's something that's in your regular prep process and works for you. I would do all of those things just to cover all your bases and make sure that you don't have any of that oily residue left on your nail surface, because then you're going to get lifting and nobody wants that. So you can see I'm using my other hand there through the bag to kind of hold the paper towel and rub those nails. Just to get because it's hard to get to your pinky with just one hand. Like try that right now, like rub your pinky with your thumb. I don't know, maybe my hands just aren't as flexible as some other people. But anyway, so I'm gonna let you guys watch if you care to. I didn't see the time, but that might have been the 5-minute mark. And the bulk of the solid nails are removed. So that's my thumb, index, and ring finger. And then just the glitter on my pinky was a little bit stubborn. And like I said, I think that's pretty standard when it comes to glitter, and also because it's hard to reach that pinky finger to kind of rub it around. So anyway, this is me just removing some residual stuff with my cuticle pusher, and then I'm going to put my hand back in the bag to finish up. But hang in there, because after I'm done soaking off, I'm going to come back with some final thoughts for you guys. All right, so we did it. There they are, bare nails. Now, what surprised me here is my builder gel remained intact. I mean, part of me isn't surprised because if you've ever tried to soak off builder gel, oh my gosh, what a pain in the butt. If you are someone who uses builder gel and is pained by soaking it off, get Triple D Get Naked or Dipalicious gel soak off. Like, grab one of those, because compared to soaking your nails in acetone for like an hour, those things are way better. So yeah, my builder gel on that nail remained completely intact. I was kind of stunned and also quite pleased because I didn't have to reapply the builder gel. So again, just cleaning up here, I'm going to end up pulling out my Blue Cross, that's harder to say than I thought, Blue Cross cuticle remover in a second here, and just kind of clean up any residue, any cuticle that's grown on the new growth of my nail. And then I'm going to hydrate those cuticles. So I'm going to hydrate today using Mani Boss Royal Butter. I love that stuff, you guys. I think I've talked to you about it before, the body butter. It's so good. So make sure you're snagging that. And also tune in on Saturday this week. My upload is going to be a Mani Boss Mani and showing off the colors from their new fall release. Also, just a note, because I'm watching what I'm doing here, the acetone, just seal up that bag and throw it away. You don't want to pour that down the drain or anything like that, and then just dispose of your water. So pretty easy cleanup as far as that goes. So again, Saturday's upload will be a mani. I'm sorry if these soak off videos are boring. I hope they're useful. I'm always like, this is the part nobody cares about, but honestly, there were quite a few requests to do, the prior soak off video and then to do the Baggie method. I think maybe these are great resources if you have a friend that's new to dip powder and they say, how do I get this stuff off my nails? Hopefully this is something that is helpful to share with them. Or if you're just doing a different method and you want to try something else. Also, instead of hot water, if you don't want to do that, I haven't done it personally, but you can heat up dry, just like rice in a bowl, and that heat will keep your acetone warm. Other people have used like those electric candle warmers under a bowl of acetone. There are lots of different ways, but really the trick is heating up the acetone without actually like putting it in the microwave, because like I said, don't do that. But heating up that acetone really speeds up the process, and then having something to rub your fingers on, whether it's a paper towel, a dryer sheet, a piece of sponge. I've seen people use those like silicone sponges, those round ones with the little like nubs that come off the top, those in an acetone bowl. All these things work great, just something to rub against the dip powder. Some people use a toothbrush. You got all kinds of options. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I hope it gave you some information that you can spread around, and let me know if you have any further questions or requests. And as per usual, after you use all those chemicals and all those things on your nails, hydrate them, hydrate your cuticles, keep them happy and healthy and ready for your next mani. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next vid. Bye now.